Hey guys, Matt from Experience RC here, and I just want to get something off my chest, and I want to see if anybody else feels the same way as well. Value for money, do we even get that anymore in the RC hobby? Because I tell you what, with how much money I spend, I certainly don't think we do. Do you think we get value for money in this hobby? Like, really? Forget being loyal to any kind of brands. You guys have seen my collection. I'm not really loyal to anyone. I have some of my favourites from the quality that I get. So every single truck I've ever bought has had problems or something that's just absolutely crap out of the box. And it really irritates me, and it was one of them things that was almost actually stopped me getting into this hobby in the first place. Now, I'm glad I was able to move past those feelings at the beginning, three or so years ago when I started picking this up again seriously. But damn, I just think it makes it really hard for people to get into this hobby. Who may be a little bit short on cash. I mean, I by far, I'm not flush with cash. I try to spend as much as my disposable income, of my spare money on this hobby because I absolutely love it. But lately I've been starting to feel a lot like, well, do you know what? Am I really getting that much value for money? And let me tell you what, I'm going to flip the camera over. So at the top we've got my Traxxas Slash Platinum VXL. That thing just destroys drive shafts all the time, to the point, if I'm honest, I can't even be bothered to take it out anymore. And it's a shame because it was really what started to get me into this hobby. Big time, the thing is rapid, it's so much fun, but it was smashing so many drive shafts constantly on 3S. It was just getting ridiculously expensive, so I started to lose the buzz for it. Yeah, that was not a cheap truck. It's the ultimate, it's the Platinums, pretty much, so it's the ultimate without the radio gear and stuff. But why does it keep smashing drive shafts? Is it just a way of making money, or do they have to cut costs somewhere? But why should that cost be constantly with me? Moving on to the TRX4 Bronco, I absolutely love this truck, and you guys know that I do. But the servo out the box is crap. Let's just be honest, it's not very good. It'll last you for a while, but as soon as you chuck any weight on it, if you're bogged in some thick mud, it's not going to cut it. You guys know I've taken that out so I can use it in my Grand Hauler, because it would be so much more suitable for something that doesn't have to go through so much rough terrain and stuff. But again, that's not a cheap crawler really in what's available on the market. Why does it come with what's pretty much an unsuitable servo? Moving on to my SCX-10-2, that was the kit version, that is the Jeep Cherokee. The bumpers, absolutely junk. Plastic beads in the box, absolutely junk. And again, for a kit, it's quite expensive. It's just frustrating to have so many new trucks with bits that just don't really give you value for money. X-Maxx, absolute beast in my opinion. It's probably one of the best RCs your money will ever buy. To be fair, that's pretty much been mint. Yes, the motor blew on it. However, I think that's because the fan broke. That thing has taken a beating time and time after again. If you guys have seen all the videos, you know exactly what that's been through. I can't really knock that. The Outcast, considering it's based as a stunt truck, I've mentioned this in a review before, it's not as indestructible as as Armour make it out to be. I have broke the wing on the back, and yeah, some might think, well, that's only the wing, what's the problem? Well, in my opinion, the wing, it's the bumper on the back. I've only been out with it maybe 3 or 4 times. I don't expect it to have broken already. Maybe that's a bit of my driving, I'm not too sure. But it should have been stronger. I mean, I'm still on the stock bumpers on my Slash, on the X-Maxx. That, I think, is just a weak design flaw. Is it to make money? Is it because they didn't know how else to do it? I don't know. I'm pretty flipping sure they could have made a different wing with a different material, especially if it's the bumper. This thing wheelies constantly. I wish that would have been a little bit better, if I'm honest. Moving down to the GMA Komodo. There isn't a lot to say bad about that. Again, the bead locks with them you get are plastic and they are absolutely junk. I could never, ever, ever get them seated properly, to the point where it ruined every time I went out with it. It was ruined. Here we are, another Komodo here. I added brass weights in that at the beginning just to add some weight down below, and that thing's been mint. It really has. I'm going to do a little review video on this. I've had it about 3 years now. But you know, straight away, out the box with them, beadlocks were a nightmare. Guys, moving down to the UDR, I absolutely love it. You all know that. But this is an expensive truck. Why does it come with the same servo that's in the Bronco that's pretty much already unsuitable for the Bronco? This thing's got tons of power. It's 6S. I haven't ran it on that yet, but it couldn't deal with the steering on 4S, let alone chucking any more power through the whole system. Why am I paying so much money for an awesome truck, but that needs quite an upgrade straight out of the box? I'm in all the Facebook groups for all the different brands that I've got, and the amount of people I see, literally by the hour, saying, I've just bought this new truck, what mods can I do to it? It shouldn't flipping need any. It should be absolutely fine out the box. You should be able to get it out, go trailing with it, have as much fun as you can, and then repair something when it gets broken, but gets broken because it gets worn out, not because you did something silly. And £1,000 RC, it is just no good. Moving on to the next. You guys have all seen this. It's my pride and joy, my RC 4-wheel drive Galanday 2 D90. I absolutely love this truck. As a chassis kit, it's the most expensive one I've bought. And it comes with plastic drive shafts. I kid you not, my first run with this, and it didn't even have all the accessories all over it. It was literally just the body, the bumpers, and a winch. Snap the front drive shaft. I mean, the whole chassis and all the parts, all the suspension bits, the wheels and that, they're all metal. So why does it come with junky drive shafts? It's just to get you to spend money. And I just wanted to get it off my chest because it's kind of irritating me a little bit. Straight back up to my SCX10. So I've got the RC 4-wheel drive highlights light bar on there, I think it is. As far as I'm aware, it's pretty much the most expensive light bar that RC 4-wheel drive do. 10 minutes into a run with it, and it broke. I got LEDs out. I mean, yeah, they replaced it, but it shouldn't be like that. Now, the reason I've decided to do this video is because I've pretty much built now the Charisma Coyote, this gorgeous truck here. And it's considerably less priced than all the rest. Sure, there's a couple of bits that you could upgrade, but out the box so far, it seems absolutely brilliant. I mean, I haven't ran it properly at all yet. It's had 60 seconds worth of making sure it actually works, because I've got the Recon G6 this weekend. But it just makes you realise, you know what, there is an epic RC here. And in some cases, I mean, you could buy 3 of them for the price of that kit. You could buy 2 for the price of the SCX10 2. Every single kit is where I'm trying to go here. Can have modifications. This could come with bearings. That could come with metal drive shafts. The Slash could come with fans on it. What are your opinions? Do you think we should get the best truck possible out of the box? Do you like the fact that certain bits will break and you can put your type of drive shaft on? Or would you just flipping rather have a metal drive shaft from the beginning? X-Maxx, it's been an absolute beast. I love it. Only thing is, when it goes wrong like it did for me with the motor, it's flipping expensive. So, you know, you can't win them all, I guess. This isn't like, I know this video sounds like I'm moaning about everything, but I just feel like we should just get as much value for money as possible. And I feel like the RC industry doesn't really warrant that. Taking this, for example, it's a Turnigy TGY i6 6-channel remote. That was their £35 brand new. Yet a Spectrum's about 200 quid. Why is the Spectrum so much more? Because there certainly isn't that much more technology in it. They still work on the same, AFHDS signal frequency. The same as that one does, the same as that one does, the same as all the other ones around the house. I just feel like we should get a little bit more value for money. Something a bit different today. It's just been bugging me for a while, and I just want to see if anybody else really thinks the same. Things like I've been seeing people buy the new Axial Wraith 1.9, and I think it looks quite nice, but it's pretty much plastic, and Every single post I see on the Facebook groups is, what can I modify this with? Or I'm changing it, it's coming tomorrow, got more parts coming. If you're changing so much, then why are you buying a brand new kit? You might as well build it from nothing. And that's where I feel like we're wasting a lot of money. With the condition that some of these trucks come out of the factory, it's amazing that half of us get into this hobby in the first place. It's not worth half the money that I put into it, but I justify it with how much fun I have. But with regards to the quality of the components that you get, it is a joke. I mean, I've got a couple boxes full of brand new parts that just can't be used for anything. Not even to make a Frankenstein truck, because they're just not good enough. There we are, guys. Please let me know your opinions down below. It's just a shame to feel like we could get ripped off so badly in some ways when these products are amazing. This has really surprised me so far, and I cannot wait to put it through the Recon G6 at the weekend. This may very well be the most affordable, best value for money truck there is, because the price point is so low. You can change the bits you don't want. I'll be talking a lot more about this Charisma Coyote at another point. This video, of course, isn't about this, but it's just a nice point to compare the price values of a lot of the trucks that we're talking about. You know, if we can get this hobby a little bit cheaper, then parents will be able to afford more trucks for their children who may grow up loving this hobby. But, you know, it's hard for parents to spend $300, $400, $500 dollars on a TRX4. Is the TRX4 worth it? Yes, because it's probably one of the most reliable, in my opinion, out the box. But, you know, if a parent's got 2 children, that's getting expensive at Christmas. Just my thoughts. I'd love to know what you guys think as well. If you guys had similar experiences to me, or have I just been really, really unlucky? I absolutely love this hobby. I've been really busy the last couple of months and I haven't been able to do as much as I'd have liked. I would love to have been able to take this out for some testing for the Recon G6 this weekend. I just haven't been able to. So you guys are going to see the Charisma Coyote up against the worst it could possibly have at the UK's Recon G6 this week. I'll be putting a mini series together over the next few weeks and maybe changing out the wheels for something a bit heavier, because like I said before, I didn't add any weights to them, but that's just my fault, nothing on the truck. Let me know your thoughts, guys. As always, thanks for watching. It's always a pleasure doing these videos for you, and I'll see you on the next episode of Experience RC. If you haven't already, then please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you can stay notified. I might do a live video when we're at the Recon G6. It's going to be a ton of fun. Cannot wait. Stay tuned. I'll see you.